Welcome to the December 15th episode of the Csw Pre Show. Here we will be previewing all of the matches that we have in store for you guys this evening. And we will be setting up for a pay-per-view next week. So at the end of this episode, for those of you who are watching live, of course, some of you may be watching on YouTube, we will be previewing the Holiday Bash after this episode. But first things first, let's see what we have in store for tonight. We're kicking things off in a pretty big way because we've got the heavyweight champion kicking things off, and he's going to have a heavy task against him. And that, of course, is no jab at the man's size. We've got Ali, our heavyweight champion, going up against Mr. Brodie Lee himself in our opening contest. Now, this is Mr. Brodie Lee's first match back since his suspension after he... Oh, no, it's not his first match back since his suspension. It's his second match back since his suspension. But he's looking to kind of gather up some momentum here. Maybe secure himself a spot in the CSW Holiday Bash Battle Royale, which will be for a number one contender spot for the heavyweight championship. Maybe. We'll see. Of course, a win over the heavyweight champion would prove to be huge, but nothing is guaranteed here in CSW. Ali has been really impressing me as of late, and I do anticipate that he is going to win this match. But like most matches on CSW, I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Brodie Lee is able to pick up a victory here for himself and kind of prove he should be in the main event picture, if you know what I mean. Second match of the evening, I should be saying, is going to be a very interesting triple threat matchup in the women's division. We will have Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, and Lana in a triple threat match. My robot thought I was talking to her. It happens sometimes. I would anticipate that this match is going to be very good. It's going to be very tight as well. I am predicting that Bliss will pick up the victory here. If it's not Bliss, I think it's going to be Sasha. No disrespect to Lana, but she's kind of going up against two heavy hitters in this matchup, and I don't really see her coming out on top. I'll be surprised if she does. She definitely has a chance, but I don't know. I think she's kind of the odd woman out in this matchup. Third contest of the evening should be a really good matchup. We've got Keith Lee going up against Apollo Crews. Now, Apollo Crews hasn't exactly had the same momentum that he had in the 2K19 era of CSW, but he keeps getting opportunities. And as long as he keeps getting opportunities, something's going to happen eventually, I would imagine. I do anticipate, though, that Keith Lee will win this matchup. Although, a win here would be huge for Apollo Crews. He had a really good matchup with Johnny Gargano a couple weeks ago, I believe. And there's always the possibility with Apollo. There really is. You never know. Sometimes he's there. Sometimes he's not. Either way, I would imagine this is going to be a really good matchup for our third contest of the evening. Fourth match of the evening. It's going to be a good one. And, of course, this one has a special place in my heart for Mr. Drew Gulak. He will be going one-on-one with Roderick Strong with the Undisputed Era in his corner. Plain and simple, guys, I'm picking Drew Gulak in this one. He is... I mean, I'm not trying to be biased with my picks, but he is a really good wrestler, and I would imagine if he's able to pick up some momentum, maybe string a few wins together, he could see himself in the title picture for the heavyweight title or even the main title. The heavyweight title or the global championship, I should be saying. One of the two singles titles. One of the two can happen for Drew Gulak, I believe, as long as he's able to pick up some wins, pick up some momentum, and get something going here. Our fifth contest of the evening should be a very interesting one, because we kind of have a tag team getting back together here. It's their first time on CSW, but these two have teamed up before in the past, in real life. I'm talking about the New Day going up against Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal in what I like to call the new 3MB. I don't know how it's going to work out. Maybe it'll work out great. Maybe it will kind of falter going up against the New Day. Either way, I would think that this tag team matchup should be really good. You've got two powerhouses, Jinder and Drew. And you've got the New Day. I mean, they speak for themselves, their track record. I'm going to go ahead and pick Drew and Jinder here to kind of get a surprise win over the New Day, and maybe start picking up some wins here and maybe get themselves in a tag title picture. Who knows? Like I keep saying every single week, the tag title picture is wide open. There is no clear-cut number one contender right now in a very deep tag team division that we have on CSW. Sixth contest of the evening is a rematch, because this match was really good. I believe we had it last week, and I want to see what happens this time around, because if Ricochet picks up a win here, I'm thinking he might get himself a global championship opportunity at the Holiday Bash. Right now, Johnny Gargano does not have an opponent for the pay-per-view next week, but all could change right now with a win over Ricochet. We will see how this match comes to play. I believe Ricochet will pick up the win here. I believe he will secure himself a number one spot for the Global Championship, and maybe scare Johnny Gargano a little bit and making him think that he might lose that title. We'll see, though. Our main event of the evening should be spectacular. We have Becky Lynch, our current number one contender for the women's title, who will be facing Rhea next week on the pay-per-view, going one-on-one with Dakota Kai. Now, Dakota Kai had a very, very impressive win over Rhea Ripley. I know we've talked about this before. But then in her rematch last week, well, Rhea Ripley, I don't know, maybe she got a little scared, thinking she couldn't do it. Took a count-out victory over Dakota Kai. This is so far Kai's only loss, well, besides the number one contenders match, so far her only loss in CSW for the 2K20 era. Now, she did lose to Becky in a number one contenders match. So this will kind of be her chance at revenge here against Becky. Do I think she's going to do it? I don't think so. I think it's going to be Becky picking up a win here, taking some momentum with her into the Holiday Bash, and possibly even picking up that women's championship in the process next week. Although if Dakota Kai does win, could be very interesting. Could be a very interesting mix-up in the CSW women's division. But only time will tell. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get into some CSW action for this week.